This is Dungeon Not Included, the actual play podcast for the adventurous listener. That's my only note from last time we played was Rebels and Dogs Clifton Kids episode.
Yes, that. Yeah. Oh my god. We were on our way to California to find the location of the windmill where Skip died. And that's all I got. Also, we met Joe Pasakis, and he was a huge nerd.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, so, if I remember correctly, there was no ending stinger. We were just like, we're gonna go to California now.
I'd be curious to know how we got there. Because a Route 66 journey would be a lovely little side campaign.
Well,
absolutely.
I was gonna say we have the Roxy is a vehicle in and of their self, so I feel like we all just climbed on their back and just rode the whole way.
Everybody hops on like a fucking piggyback ride. It's like in Scooby-Doo. Oh, I was gonna say Scooby-Doo, where it's like Scooby will jump into Shaggy's arms, and then they'll run away.
That's exactly it. But it's Adam in your arms.
Yeah. A ghost boy.
Skip and Pickle hanging onto your shoulders.
Yep.
Absolutely. You haven't put Pickle in the trench coat yet, Lala Scooby-Doo.
What was that?
Z will not stand for this.
No.
You are not riding on Zerback.
Yeah.
Well, we can get Shaggy to get the non-copyright mystery machine, the Enigma Mobile, to take us across the country.
I am honestly, if we were gonna just like hard pivot into Route 66, we're gonna do a side. I would be okay with this. We probably should have discussed it with Brendan beforehand.
You assumed that I prepped for this game.
Yeah,
This episode is just wacky races.
I will say that as a car wizard, I always have vehicles on hand. So
it's true. Any kind of vehicle that you want because of your special ability, right? You have the garage.
My ablative garage.
Right. We do have, amazingly enough, we have fan art of Roxy taking us across country, or actually across two countries, right here. Podcast listeners, that was a still from Inspector Gadget, the animated.
Yeah. All right. So, Roxy.
Penny, there's a lot of similarities between Penny and Skip. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Okay,
there's
but
a dog.
I will.
Yeah.
I will argue that Roxy is far more competent than Inspector Gadget.
Absolutely. It's Inspector Gadget was ableist, like show. Yes. So okay, we're gonna use your special power, right, Roxy?
Yeah. What kind of vehicle should it be? Oh, I know. It's like a 1964 like station wagon, but it has those like seats that like it. You know how you would have the side-facing seats in the trunk area, so that if you had like 12 kids, you could have a bunch more in there.
Nice.
Yeah. Roxy doesn't have a lot of cool cars. Roxy has a lot of old cars that nobody wanted anymore.
That's what I would consider a cool car, but yes.
It's cool in a vintage way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Vintage. Antique.
So pretty famously, Supernatural, the show, featured a Chevy Impala. And in 1964, Chevy Impala did make a station wagon, which to me was very, very cool looking. But I feel like it would be a nice nod to maybe use a custom version of that car. I will share it on screen. A still. There we go. I don't know if it actually got shared. No, not yet. Boom. Not bad.
Awesome.
That's fun.
I love it.
That's a fun car. It's like somewhere between like a really fancy old car and a hearse.
Yes.
It just makes me think of the Jetsons from that old cartoon.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Somebody was trying to make it look. Yeah, somebody was trying to make it look space age when they were like, the future is all like station wagons with wings on it, right?
Yeah. Put more spoilers on it so it could go faster.
If Biff's convertible from Back to the Future had a baby with the Ghostbusters car, that's what this looks like to me.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. For those at home who are trying to picture this, we got to give them an image, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, yeah, you're taking a Chevy Impala station wagon from the 60s cross country. And I assume you've tricked it out a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, it looks like that for the most part. It's like shiny and polished because somebody's clearly been taking care of it. But like all of the cool features are like internal, you know? Yeah. It has a nitro, even though it doesn't look like anything that would ever have nitro.
Of course it does.
This is an insane drive, by the way, even in not darkest Toronto.
From
Vancouver? Vancouver or Toronto? Correct me again. Start the podcast over.
Vancouver.
God, I'm a complete moron.
Vancouver's a lot closer.
That's a lot better. That's half the distance. Okay.
Oh, aren't we going from Mexico? To Southern California?
We go back to Vancouver just so we can have the
well, let's go back to get the car.
Oh no, that's not the way that works.
I know. I'm joking.
That's not how Car Wizards work.
You're just like in GTA when you'd go into a garage and like out would come out like some other ridiculous car that you had gotten that you had painted earlier. Like you go to any garage, shut the door, open it, and out comes the car you want.
It's like Fast and the Furious. Do they ever explain how they get their hot cars into South America? No, they don't.
That's true.
You need to know that.
It doesn't matter. It's not important.
And this is just for flavor because it happens to be Toronto, which I know is wrong, to California, according to my quick search, was like 39 hours. And Mexico City to California was 37 hours. So destiny. But also, where were we in Mexico and where are we going in California?
You were at Mexico City.
Right, because we said that there are no other cities in Mexico because this is a 90s TV show.
Mm-hmm.
It was Southern California. I think that's all I said.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is going to take about. I mean, normally would take about a day. So you can maybe we could fudge that, but it's at least
37 hours is a day to you, Frank.
Well, I mean, normally depending on where in Southern California, it would be maybe about a day. But and I'm not making any sense today, so I'm fair criticism. So we plenty of time for at least an encounter or two. something going on. Yay! So how do you bring up the car, Roxy?
Yeah, tell me how this car appears.
I think I'm just like, all right, if we're going to be going that far, I better go grab the car. And I like walk up to the valet of the hotel and tell them to bring around my car, and it's just there.
Mm.
And I'm sure one of you is like, how did Z bring the car? We took a plane down here.
Wait a minute. I do math on my fingers. It checks out. Not going to question it.
Yes, but that's how my car gets here.
Nice. So yeah, you all hop in the car and you start driving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Roxy's driving, obviously.
Obviously. So tell me, I assume you're going to drive faster than you would normally would.
Yeah, we're kind of looking to go someplace, so I'm going to go pretty fast.
Just a blast down the roads.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So you're about halfway through Mexico, in the middle of the desert, blasting down one of those straight desert highways, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
With the sun shimmer on the street ahead of you, making everything look a little wavy.
Mm-hmm.
As the heat rises off of the asphalt. When you notice another car is coming up on you, as fast as you're going, it's catching up.
Okay.
And Frank, Adam is able to detect the supernatural, right?
Mm-hmm.
So something supernatural is approaching.
There's a big no-no in that car behind us.
And I think it's specifically supernatural creatures that mean you harm, right?
I don't know. Let me look up my playbook. I'm not sure if it's... I know it's more than just immortals, but I don't know how much detail I get about them. Let me quickly look that up.
Mystical threat sense.
Why am I scrolling in the wrong direction? Am I? Yes, I am. Yes, you can sense the presence of the true supernatural beings, earthly and otherwise, that mean you harm. Yeah. You can't tell what's there or precisely where they are. There's something there.
You're pretty sure it's in the car.
Yeah, because there's so much nothing and we're traveling and it's keeping pace. Okay. Yeah, there's a big...
This car is black. Also vintage, but somebody has given it a deep midnight sort of paint job,
obscuring like make, model, everything else, just the black old car.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a car guy, so
yeah.
Never mind.
So
says the person playing the car wizard.
What was who was in the car that what was it, Shaggy was escaping from? Shaggy, the no face guy. Does it look like that dude in his car?
I'll check the mirrors.
Okay. Yeah, you can't see who's inside it.
Are the windows tinted?
No, but the sun's shining off of them, so you can't see inside very well.
Okay. I was just wondering if it was that vampire guy who we sort of half ran into in Vancouver.
crushed on.
Not. You're pretty sure it's not somebody from Vancouver.
Okay.
The car has Mexican markings, plates on it. So.
All right.
I don't know, man. Like, crazier shit has happened. There were guys with no faces like 3 weeks ago.
Hey, Skip, you want to slide out and see who this guy is?
Can do. And I will phase. We'll do what I did before and just as the card goes, I'm just gonna break myself in the air and phase back out the car and into the car behind us.
All right.
And I'm not going to phase back in until I'm in the back seat. I don't want to, in case this guy is I'm not going into shotgun or anything. I want to try and do this discreetly.
Can you remind me if this is this game or some other game? Do you pick what senses you appear to, or is that some?
No, it depends on the lighting.
Okay.
I forget what game it is, but that's a thing. Where you can either be that's tangible,
Urban Shadows.
That's a good one. Yeah. I like that one.
Okay,
but mine is just based upon
not both or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm the only thing I have going is I control tangibility and how much they can see me is dependent upon the light. So if there is if the car has lights on the inside, I think I'm invisible, right? And if it's dark, I can be seen. Because
I think that's how it works.
Is that right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna assume that they have the lights off in their car and probably aren't driving like I used to try to when I was trying to play my Game Boy in the car when I was little, with all the lights on inside the little dome light on. So yeah, no, I don't currently drive.
So it's gonna be a little bit light in the car. You'll probably be semi-visible.
Okay. So then anyway, I'm going to try and kind of get into the back seat, on the floor. And I phase in so I can be kind of down looking up and hopefully not catch their eye. I assume for that, though, I'm going to need some sort of roll.
You will. And as you're pulling this maneuver, the car's come up on you, Roxy, and is bumping into your back bumper.
They want to play? Let's play.
Ooh, this doesn't feel like fun.
I'm going to let Skip roll first.
Yes.
I think that makes sense narratively.
So this is Shroud, probably.
It's going to go Cunning and Shroud. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that works.
Because I'm being sneaky and trying to do this cleverly. All right, so that's 6d10. Oh, I'm trying to do it on the...
You're rolling against 5.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong page. I'm trying to do it in the middle of our screen here instead of on the actual page. Here we go.
Oh yeah, that doesn't work.
1 success. So, yep.
1 success.
So it's a mixed success.
That's a messy success.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
I would like to be successfully in the car,
but there's a complication.
Yeah, so I'm in the car, not seen, but there's some sort of complication on top of that.
No, I mean, what does that mean in this specific situation?
So you are not seen, but I'm going to say, yeah, you find yourself looking at. You can't see the face of the driver from your position. Okay. But on the back seat, there's a big 2-handed sword.
Okay, then.
I got to look up something about my tangibility. Someone else can go while I look something up in my playbook.
Well, meanwhile...
Yeah,
you're driving.
Roxy, they are coming up on the bumper. I am going to take my foot off the gas and let them propel us. And then at the right moment, I'm going to spin off to the side and sort of reverse our positions so that I'm chasing them.
Nice.
That's definitely. I'm gonna say that's probably cunning, and definitely
like
slow.
Yeah.
And then I'm going
against 5.
to. Yes, I am going to use some Numa. This is totally in my ambit.
Yes.
So that's 2 Numa for an extra die to make 6 dice. And I'll spend some grandeur. We got a lot of that, right?
Yeah, we got 6 points right now.
6 grandeur. We'll recoup it.
You can spend both of it?
No, just 3.
Okay.
All right, here we go. 1 success.
Oof.
With an 8.
I got 2.
Oh, you cheater. How dare you?
You changed the outcome by measuring it.
Yeah.
You slow down. He's propelling you as you go, and you try to spin off to the side. At that point, he accelerates and causes your car to spin out, losing control and bursting several tires as you go spinning out into the desert.
That's okay. I know what to do in this situation.
And then you see that his car is stopped a little ways down the road, and the reverse lights come on as it's coming back towards you.
Adam, do you want to do anything? We are currently spinning out.
Yeah, sure. I am going to. All right. So stupid. I am going. This feels more like Car Wizard stuff. I want to take my weapon and bury it into the ground to stop us from spinning out.
Oh, I love that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Grandeur.
Yeah, thank you. Let's do that. Let's do it. I think it's going to be potency and force.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, where am I? 5. Okay. And I am going to spend some of that actually, I'm gonna spend some of that.
You spending Numa or are you spending Grandeur?
I guess Numa. I'm trying to find out. Yeah, I am going to spend the Numa there. So okay. I'm trying to figure out what powers I could use, but that's all the next step. Nothing.
Yeah, is this in your ambit? What's your ambit?
It is. It is in my ambit to protect my friends, something like that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that is total of, is it 6 die or 7 die? It's within my ambit, so 7. Where is the die? Oh, the die roller's over here. Hi, die roller on the other screen. So my pool is 5. I spent the Numa. That makes it 6, and it's in my ambit. That's 7.
No, right? That just means that the Numa is less cost.
Oh, just to cost less. Okay, cool. Yeah. I thought that was a little high. 6. Boop 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 boop.
There we go.
Oh, there
we go. 4 successes.
Roll another d10.
Yeah.
5 successes.
You
this is how this car was meant to be broke.
Yes.
3 successes. So that is a dramatic success.
All right.
Because you got 5 total.
Yeah. So I'm going to stop the car from spinning out, and basically because of the abrupt stop, I think that car is going to hit us and flip.
Oh, the other car flips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it comes reversing into you at a high rate of speed.
Yeah. Okay.
It flips, and it's going to flip completely over your car and end up on the top of its, it crashed on the top behind you.
Nice. I look at my jawbone and the floor, which has a nice hole in it, and I look at Roxy. I'm more worried that Roxy will be mad than any.
Well, Roxy does look pissed. But then Roxy steps out of the car, grabbing the baseball bat tucked up in the passenger's seat, like footwell, and starts stalking over to the car that has just crashed.
Mm-hmm.
And Z says, "That was my favorite station wagon." And then rips open the driver's side door to grab whoever is still in the car there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I need you to make a roll.
Okay. 4?
The whole deal here. It's to determine whether or not you get hurt. We'll put it that way.
Okay. I think tenacity is appropriate considering the fact that I just was in a spin out. And force
7d10 on my part.
Yeah, I've got 5. Yeah, I'll spend 4 Numa because this is in my ambit, so to raise it to 7d10 on my part.
Okay.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Okay. So I throw open the door.
So yeah, you come here, you reach down, you throw open the door, you say, "That was my favorite station wagon." And a blade comes shooting out from inside the car. Seems like it's 6 feet long, and you narrowly dodge to the side. It catches your jacket as it goes by.
Why are you wrecking all my shit?
My favorite things. These are
stepping out of
if this were a movie. This would, in a modern movie, it'd be set to these are the few of my favorite things. The next this fight scene will be.
Yeah. When the dog bites, thwack. When the bee stings, thwack. Yeah.
Unfolding himself out of the car is an immense blonde juggernaut.
Okay.
Wielding a 2-handed blade.
All right. Shouted challenge, definitely. Hey! That's not nice! And yeah, so that gives, I think, I just had it up. Sorry, a +1 to everyone that when this person
+1
fights
die to anyone who is.
Where is it?
Or is it?
I had it right there. I'm such a fool. Why did I scroll? I'm back on Vampire. Actual play. Shouted challenge. There it is. Yeah. Face off for 2 Numa. Challenge, which I'll do. And it doesn't compel the foe to fight me, but it gives a benefit to everyone else.
If he's not concentrating on you, right?
Bonus die for everyone else, unless if he's not concentrating on me.
Okay.
So everyone else will get a bonus die, or he could get knocked down, a bonus die, whichever you prefer, however you want to.
Yeah.
Dice it. Okay.
So, he spins on his heel when you call his name and begins to charge towards you with his sword raised.
Okay. Yeah, I am gonna attempt to. I'm gonna try to parry him at first because we still haven't gotten signs of life, quote unquote, from Skip. So once I know that Skip is okay, then we could maybe start punching him more. I'm going to beat him
I think I want to throw this out there. I think that Skip isn't actually with you guys right now. I think that when the car crashed, one of my powers is armor of intangibility, which is if I'm ever in any sort of like extreme violent situation, my body out of reflex becomes intangible. So I think I like went flying. Like I think I was in speed with them when the crash happened. It was as if I wasn't wearing a seatbelt and I just got launched.
But we're also not attached to the car in any way.
Yes, exactly. So I went through the car and just kept going. So I think you look out and you see me like running up, like waving my hand, like I'm okay, but I'm like a little dot in the distance coming forward. Like, guys, I'm here.
Do we see you? It's sunny. We're in the desert.
Oh, that's true.
You're invisible.
You're invisible, I think.
You're an invisible hurling object with no mass or force or tangibility. You're just
all right.
a thought.
All right. In that case, I think what's going to happen is when you start clashing with this guy, I'm going to keep an eye out for Pickle and then do the move that I've been doing since the beginning, which is like I can like elastically recall myself to Pickle. So I'm just gonna like pull myself back over.
Pickle's still in the station wagon, right?
Yeah, so I'm in the station wagon watching this because like I just zapped myself there.
You're in the station wagon with your arm around Pickle looking out the window.
Yeah, like I'm okay, guys.
Do I get to know how dangerous this is before I settle on my dice?
Sure do. It's 8 dice.
Okay. So I've got 6 going in, just finesse and force. I'm going to try to disarm him effectively, even though that'll probably just be temporary, depending if I know what this guy is.
Quick question: do you have any supercharged ambits that you could use right now? Like, is it? Do all immortals get the when you fight a worthy foe one?
I don't think so. I remember having to pick, and I don't remember picking that.
There are some that are true for all immortals, and then some that you have to pick.
Yeah, so every immortal does have pursue a worthy foe. Yeah, you're right. It's in the everyone. So yeah, let me do that.
Do you think this guy's worthy?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. He has a sword that's bigger than me, and that's half the challenge right there. I'm gonna meet him with that. Spend Numa.
So for our listeners, when you have a supercharged ambit, normally when you buy dice with Numa in a regular ambit, you spend 3. If it's when you buy dice with Numa, you spend 3. When it's in your ambit, you spend 2 per die, and there's a limit. But when you have a supercharged ambit, it's 1 Numa per die, and you can have as many dice as you can buy.
Well, let's have fun here.
10 dice. Holy shit.
Yeah, why not?
You're buying 4. Wow.
All right, let's do this.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes with 10 dice. That's pretty statistically average.
I got 1.
Shit. Wow.
Nice.
Not statistically average.
Not statistically average.
So by disarming him, do I actually remove his arm?
I mean, is that what you're trying to do?
I was attempting to, effectively. I was attempting to disarm him, take his weapon away. But depending on how hard he's holding on to it, I've got a jawbone of an axe. It's not a very finesseful weapon, so it may have dislocated or removed his arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bring the jawbone of the axe down onto his arm. You can hear it shattering and snapping as that happens, and his huge sword, he loses his grip on it, and it clangs away. He goes scrambling for his blade, but as he does so, you can see his arm starting to knit back together.
Okay. Another one of these young whippersnappers with the forged steel sword.
Roxy, are you gonna do anything?
Well, Skip's been a bit absent, so I wanted to give him the opportunity to jump in if you wanted.
Skip? Alex is muted, so it's hard to say.
Yeah.
I'm not muted anymore. Yay. So I'm going to run out and just kind of engage and see what's happening. I think I see you, Adam, like take this guy's arm, and I'm like very confident, like, oh, we got this. And I start like running up and then start to slow down as we start watching it stitch itself back together. Like I'm there, but I'm not. I'm standing back for a bit, letting the powerhouses take this for a minute or two. Okay. I'm going to look for an opening to come in and do some ghost stuff, but I think right now,
we'll be at the
since
appropriate time.
Combat is pretty heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, if he goes scrambling for his sword, I am going to rush in and grab it faster than he can and sort of like dance out of the way with it so that he doesn't get a hold of it again.
Okay.
Definitely flow. But for essence, I'm not sure. Potency? Tenacity?
Heist.
Cunning?
Heist.
That's a domain. This is flow because I'm
as your
essence.
Yeah.
Finesse probably.
No.
Yeah.
Well, could it be cunning because I see that he is desperate for the sword?
Yeah, cunning would work.
Okay.
Yeah, you only have one in finesse, so that's why you didn't want that one.
No. Why would I ever want that one? So that's 5 dice. How many are you rolling? Oh, 8. Herald of the Darkest Cosmos. What? That's cheating. You can't do that. Well, this is for my family, so I'm spending from my family pool.
Okay.
This guy just wanted to get directions.
I doubt it.
Our taillights were out. He was very, very eager to tell us.
And yeah, I'll spend another 2 from my Numa pool for 7 dice.
All right.
Oh, 4 successes with 2 10s.
Nice.
So re-roll those 2 dice. Just 4 successes.
And I got 3 successes.
All right.
Nice. Yeah, I sweep it up, and true to my name, I'm like bouncing around, dodging this guy every time he tries to grab the sword from me.
Yeah, you sweep it up, you bounce around and dance back as he reaches out for it, and then he stops, and then he sort of raises his arms like so, and then like lightning begins to crackle all around his body.
Adam, I can't deal with that.
Okay. You want to do this here on the street? Me and you?
There's nobody else around, but yeah.
We're on a highway in the middle of the desert. There's like probably like 2 lanes.
Yep, there's some lizards watching.
Yeah. So
yeah.
It's just Rango.
Yeah.
I'm asking him if this is what he wants. A duel, just the 2 of us. Get this over with.
Oh, I should have gotten an extra die because of the challenge. Oh, well.
True.
Next time.
Yeah, so he before he responds to you, the lightning crackles and blasts outward, and Roxy, you feel the sword like rip out of your hand and return to his fingers.
That's so cheap.
I know.
Well, at least
after all that work I did.
Welcome to Fighting Immortals. But
yeah.
I did not sign up for this.
He turns towards you, Adam, and he's like, "I'm here for you."
Yeah, that's what I said. Come on, let's get this over with. Everybody just wait a couple minutes. If I die, if I don't die, let's keep going. So I kind of stand in the middle of the road, waiting for him to join me in the middle of the road.
Yeah, he comes walking out into the middle of the road.
You have a name?
Yeah, he says it's Vigo.
Even after Ghostbusters 2? Even after Ghostbusters 2?
Yeah.
Granger?
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Vigo the Carpathian. Absolutely.
Yes.
I was thinking like Viggo Mortensen, like from The Lord of the Rings.
That hasn't come out yet. So it's not as hot a
moment.
True. All right. Adam Hatt.
Listen, I'm too young for these references.
Of course. Granger. Every time you're too young for a reference. Adam Hatt. Have anything important you want to say in case I'm the one who survives? It probably will be.
He says, you won't survive. And he comes towards you, swinging his sword.
All right. And I will come towards him, just looking to, I think what I'm aiming to do is I'm also swinging my blade towards his, but my goal is with enough force to hit his blade and chop his head off with one swing. I think that would be amazing.
With his blade?
Yes. Basically, use my blade to knock his blade into his neck and chop his head off in one swoop and just get back in the car and keep driving.
Jesus.
There is something about fighting people with necks in one of your things, so.
Yes. Specifically, Seeker. Basically, it's like a super ambit thing for us, but that just is fun. Armor of Loyalty. So I'm gonna get one additional die. Dual awesome blades. I do not have that. Snicker Snack is fun, but I do not have Snicker Snack. But I do have. I believe I have Storied Blade. My awesome blades reputation helps my own intense social situations, which is past. We are past that. So yeah,
past the social situation.
Yeah. All right. Good. So I'm gonna just pull up my dice again. I am going to go for broke. Do I want to go as far as spending another? How much are you rolling?
8 dice.
All right, I'm gonna keep it at 10.
Granger right now.
Yeah, don't spend all your Numa. Use some Granger too.
Yeah, I don't know where it is on the sheet anymore.
It's at the very top.
I thought maybe it disappeared. I didn't notice it. What does that go for? How many die?
3 per die.
Even if it's
does not get discounted for any reason.
That's why I'm going to go for the discount. I don't want to waste the
pool. But Granger replenishes really fast, so it's okay.
All right.
This is like a big moment.
We can just keep doing it.
Granger. Granger.
Amazing.
I did just zero to that. Okay, we're doing it.
I'm going to give you a Granger for not understanding how Granger works.
I'm not giving you a Granger for that.
You can't cheat the system like that, Brennan.
I'm back at, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to use both. I'm going to be at 12. Yeah, yes. I got to knock down my by 2. Hopefully I'm not reducing. Yeah, there we go. And that should be 4. Okay. Sorry about that. Maths. Ready to go.
Yeah.
It's called math. We're in America.
Oof.
Miracle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a D10.
I believe that's another one, right? 1, 2,
Yeah,
3, 4, 5, 6,
2,
7.
3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 successes. Holy crap.
So his 2.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Which is not going to be sufficient to keep you from doing what you said you were going to do. So
That's hilarious. This was really epic and sad. Yeah.
So it's not like a quickening that happens when you kill another immortal. Like,
and is the quickening very short if it was a very quick battle?
it's very low budget. They just drew it on the film.
Yeah. I do.
See, I was gonna say they do that thing that they did in like old TV shows where when somebody gets hit by lightning, they just flash back and forth from negative to positive on the film, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah, I like that.
Not epilepsy friendly.
No warnings back then either. You just
Yeah.
roll with it. Yes. So yeah, there's a quick blink and you miss it moment of quickening or whatever, where Adam seems like he's electrocuted by the thrill of beheading this man with his own sword. Then he gets up and he walks towards the car. This would probably be a good time to go through that guy's junked car and maybe even just what happens to the body? Is the body like, does it insta rot? Does it burn? Anything?
Nope, there's just a guy there lying there and his head flying nearby.
All right, so we should probably get going just in case a cop shows up.
Roxy is standing there, hands on her hips, and says, well, I'm gonna have to loot his car for parts because he did some damage, and I want to make sure everything functions before we get back on the road.
Adam sticks his hand out the window with a thumbs up. And
Adam, I would like you to come out here because I don't want the cops to stop by and see me fixing a car next to a body with a severed head.
Adam does not respond.
I walk over and I open the passenger side door and say, "Did you hear me?"
Adam's head is down on the what's that? The headrest of the driver, and it looks like he's either like gonna pass out because he's exhausted, like tired, or that he's about ready to sob.
What's up, man?
I need a minute.
Okay. Well, just like, let me know. Skip, could you get out here?
Oh yeah, Skip's not in the car. The only one who's in the car is Pickle. Skip was. Pickle. Yeah, your pet Pickle. Yeah, I'll walk over to you when you say that. I think you're looking in the car. You can't see because it's daytime, but I'm like, oh, I'm right here. I'm next to you.
Ah!
Sorry,
what?
Roxy.
Where the hell are you?
I'm right here. Watch this, and like I think I pick up a lizard and just like float it around you, like over here.
Yeah. Oh my god. Come this way, and I'll walk over a little distance and say, "Are you still here, or are you still holding the lizard?"
The lizard's with you. Yeah, the lizard's how you're gonna talk to the lizard because that's the only place you know where I am.
I'm just gonna talk to the lizard because it's kind of freaking me out that I can't see you.
Totally fair.
Could you take the body somewhere else so I can work on the cars? Because Adam is not okay, and I do not need the police asking me questions right now.
Sure, I can do that. I can, for one Numa, give myself like extreme strength for a period of time. It's like a tap into my emotions
I
thing.
don't think you need extreme strength for this.
Well, to lift a body, I'm a 12-year-old boy or whatever, right? So
you're like 15, first of all, and secondly, you don't have to like pick it up. You just gotta drag it somewhere.
How big is this guy? Like, I don't think you understand. Like, have you tried dragging like a bag of
start
cement?
with the head?
Like,
start with the head. I'll be there in a minute.
Well, there's this thing in physics. Okay, there's
start with the head, because then we'll have a moment where there's the floating head of the
okay. First off, I will take the head. I will then we'll use the physics. We'll use the blood coming from this decapitated body as a lubricant to help me drag it for a certain distance.
Huge
a little
smear of blood off the side of the road.
Yeah, this is the closest to like a normal D&D party we've ever been.
Yeah. In fact, I'm trying to carry it by the shoulders, and you're starting to see me because there's blood floating in the air in a shape of my body as I'm trying to drag it away.
Oh my god.
Amazing. After a minute, Adam does get out of the car and he says, I can help. And he grabs the ankle of Vigo and drags him into the same bush that Skip is carrying the severed head towards.
Yeah.
And I'm just very sullen and surly and quiet, and just like taking out the garbage, throwing out the body, picking up the sword, regarding it for a minute, and then throwing it over my shoulder, unless it's something you want, Roxy. And
I got plenty of parts with the other car.
Yeah, that's it in terms of cleanup.
Yeah. Okay. And so you're quickly looting the other car for parts.
Mm-hmm.
Your car got dented a little bit, but not too bad.
Well, I'm sure there's a couple. Like, I need to replace the windshield probably, because I'm sure that. So I just do that really quick. I have like a toolbox in the trunk because of course I do. And once I'm done fixing up the car, I motion for us all to get back in, and we start heading down the road. And I think like there's like a couple minutes of silence, and I say, so how many people have you beheaded?
No way of keeping count.
And you're just like okay with that being your life?
No real choice. It gets old. Everything gets old.
Why is there no choice? Oh, sorry.
Just stared out the window, and it's the only way to stay alive with these jerks.
Why is that?
These jerks, yeah.
People like me apparently chop each other heads off. So no choice. Well,
that's super messed up.
I suppose one choice. But I don't feel like giving up today.
So, can I ask a question as just someone who's been around for a bit, and like I haven't until I met you experienced anybody who's going through this. So, you're all out there, you're all immortals, and you're all trying to cut each other's heads off. What's the end goal that everyone's going for here? Like what created, like, is this a thing where like you can only be alive as long as you are because these events occur? Is this some cosmic game from deities that are watching you play out and there's bets on who's going to win? Why can't you guys just be like, hey, you want to live forever? I do too. Let's play cards every 100 years. Like, it seems like you say there's no choice, but I feel like there's a lot of choice. Like, there's a lot more options to even if it's a contest between you two, there's lots of different ways to do it that doesn't involve like creating corpses along the way, right?
What he said.
Sure. You tell that to the big guy with the sword who came after us.
No, I agree. He seemed unreasonable, but you can't be the only reason. You seem like a reasonable person, or at least I think you're a reasonable person up until now. But like, you're not. I haven't actively seen you go after another person in the way that people come after you. So somebody's making the choice there to pursue another one. And you're being very passive in this, at least as far as we've known you. We haven't seen you be like, hey, can we take 5 minutes? I got to go kill a dude. That's just not your whole thing. So I was just curious, like, are you the only one who feels this way? Do you know, or how do you feel about it? Actually, that's a bigger question, because I'm just making assumptions here about how you feel based on your current reaction, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's how you feel about your life goal and destiny. Tell us, Adam, how do you feel?
Adam reaches over to the radio knob while this is going on and just starts looking for songs. He's like,
Roxy slaps his hand away and says, driver chooses the music.
He stares at you like he might do physical harm to you.
Roxy is not intimidated.
No, but it is probably a little freaky that somebody, like, it's, there's certain things about society, like you don't want to kill people for choosing to control the music. And he looks at you like savage caveman for a moment.
Roxy will slam the brakes when he does that. And look over.
He might go through the window because he's not wearing the seatbelt.
Roxy makes them all wear seatbelts.
But he took it off.
Oh my god.
Is it the same windshield that breaks?
So, not like slam on the brakes so that people go flying windshields, but slam on the brakes hard enough that everybody sort of jerks forward a little bit, right? And Z looks over at Adam and says, "Look, I get it. You're going through something right now, but you do not act that way in my car."
Act what way?
Like you're going to murder me for telling you the rules.
I'm not going to murder you. You're my family.
That's not the look you were giving me just now.
We used to bite family a lot.
All right. I guess we'll have to go over the rules of the car. Z starts driving again.
Is it like a long list? No biting.
No biting. Number one, no biting.
Number one, no biting.
It didn't used to be number one. It's now number one.
It is now.
It wasn't number one before. That is correct. And I think as Roxy starts going over the rules of the car, we can fade out to the end credits.
Very good.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think there needs to be a little bit, a very brief domestication effort on Adam. Like he just went a little back savage a bit, and it's taken him a long time to get to the point where he's going to the laundromat and cleaning instead of just killing someone for food and just survival mode. So I think maybe he reverted back, and he's gonna take him. He's gonna be. He needs to know the rules of the car.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Nobody's gonna give me grandeur for rule number one being no biting.
Yes, grandeur.
Oh yeah, no grandeur.
Yeah.
That was worth some grandeur.
There's always some grandeur for taking on Chris Tucker's role in God, what was it? What was the name of the show? Damn it, with Jackie Chan. What was it?
Rush Hour.
Rush Hour.
Okay.
Never touch a black man's radio.
I assume Driver Picks Music was Supernatural reference as well.
Is that also? Oh yeah.
That's a big.
That's not what I was going for.
None of these references are modern enough for Rebel.
Not even Supernatural.
Not even Supernatural.
Supernatural is modern enough for me. I've just made a conscious effort to eradicate everything I know about it from my brain.
Yes. Well, let's carry on. my
wayward son.
Wayward son.
My wayward son.
Then
there'll be peace when you're done.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that's a pretty good place.
That, thanks for joining us this week on Dungeon Not Included. We'll see you all next time.
Yes, I want a cover of that song to play over the end credits of this episode, but it would be like by a Latin band,
a monastic chant. Yeah.
No, Latin as in like mariachi.
Yes. I mean, mariachi version of Wayward Son.
It's like the orange filter version of cover.
That's how you know you're leaving Mexico.
That's how you know it's Mexico.
Mariachi band plays you out, and there's a lot of cringe moments from the people involved. Yeah, so this was fun. I can't wait for next week. Are we playing next week? It'll be Labor Day weekend, is it?
Yes. So
stay tuned to find out.
Yeah.
Potentially. Stay tuned, listeners and viewers, to find out. At very least, we will have a sick day show in the can for you. But until then, keep watching the skies. Not appropriate. Not appropriate. Not appropriate. Hey there, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Dungeon Not Included. If you did, please tell a friend and leave us a 5-star review and encouraging comments on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. It really does help spread the word for new shows like ours. You can follow the latest from the Dungeon Not Included crew on Twitter at DNI Crew, and over at Facebook at Dungeon Not Included, or at our home on the Non-Productive Network at non-productive.com/DNI Crew, where you can find articles, character sheets, and Patreon exclusives, as well as our latest episodes. Thanks!
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer, Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.